Somewhere in the forest is a stream. Maybe a flower bed and a grove full of old trees, like the ones in storybooks. Fairies darting in and out of knotholes. Focus, Holly. Get your head out of the clouds. I'm not here for that. This isn't some storybook. Fairies, they aren't real. It's like what Mom always said. There are only angels and demons. Hello? Excuse me, is anyone here? Though, sounds like it'd get boring after a while.
It does. A little bit. But, well, it's for a good cause. Our order's sacred mission and all that. Shush! Lower your voice. It's ill manners to disturb prayer.
Oh, sorry.
Is everything all right? You were talking to yourself.
Huh? I didn't notice.
It's all right. I do that too. This place has a very special air to it. It's hard not to get caught up in my own thoughts sometimes.
Yeah. I gotta say, this place, it's bigger than I expected.
Oh yes, used to get lost all the time. I still do, to be honest. And here I am, chattering away again. How can I help you?
I'm here for the recollection?
Oh, yes, of course. Oh, you're looking for our dearest and most admirable Mother Superior. Down the hallway, third room to the left. probably in the middle of one of her stunning lectures.
I see. Thank you very much, and, sorry again for disturbing you.
Oh, please, I'm here to help. By all means, feel free to disturb me anytime.
Okay.
They're getting younger every year.
Huh?
Oh, nothing. It's always good to start early. Anyway, I hope you enjoy your stay here.
Yeah. Sure. Thank you. Huh?
Careful, plaster's still fresh on that one. Just one touch can bend the whole thing out of shape. Our most venerable founder was particularly fond of this one. Saint Rita of Cassia. Are you familiar?
Yes, a bit.
At the age of 12, she married into an abusive family. Regrettably, her 2 sons grew up to take after their father, violent, vengeful, and so she prayed to God to save their souls, and so God answered. They died of disease soon after. A harsh lesson, but an important one to take to heart. God works in mysterious ways. Even death can sometimes be a mercy.
I see.
But enough of that. You've yet to introduce yourself.
Oh, hello there. I'm Holly Beltran.
Oh, yes, Miss Holly. I've been expecting you, though I don't recall receiving you.
Huh? Oh, I'm so sorry. I knocked, but no one came.
And so you chose to trespass instead?
What? No, I didn't mean to. I was just...
Give whatever name you want to your sin, Miss Holly. It is still a sin, nonetheless. Your bags. Kindly lay them down.
My bags?
Oh, you'd be surprised the things that we find. Cigarettes, contraceptives, pornography. Can you imagine bringing such things into the house of God? Astounding.
That's horrible.
Well, what do we have here? Kylie Taylor, the sorceress of Witchwood.
That's just something I'm reading.
Oh, yes, well, it is always good to read. I myself simply love books. Books can enrich, they can teach, but when observing a work, never forget to take spirituality into account, especially when it comes to material written for young, impressionable minds. And there it was, cradled just beneath the canopy of elder trees, candlelight pouring from the notched windows, and the sound of laughter echoing from within. This was her new home. It was here that she would learn magic. Magic. Such an innocent-sounding word. But, dear child, there are no greys when it comes to witchcraft. All of it, black as sin. A proper child of God would know this.
You're absolutely right. I noticed something was off as soon as I started reading it.
And still you kept it.
Stubbornness on my part. I spent a good chunk of my allowance on it, so I was hoping I could return it. But even so, I really should be more mindful when it comes to these things. I realize I'm not making a very good first impression. I've been looking forward to this for weeks. I guess I've been so excited that I've just been all over the place lately. Moving forward, I'll try my best to improve. I'm sorry.
Oh, improvement. There you go. That is one thing that we, the Sisters of Saint Idolora, hold very dear. For Saint Rita's children, death was their only salvation. But for those willing to fix themselves, well, you'll find that this convent is the perfect place for spiritual rebirth. Here, you can be anyone you want to be.
Yes, I understand. That sounds great. I'd like that.
Well, now that we've settled that, let's start things off the right way. I am Sister Adira, and I will be in charge of your spiritual formation for the next few weeks.
It's very nice to meet you, Sister Adira.
There, that wasn't so hard now, was it? And as for your book, I think it's best that I keep it.
But... Wait, please!
Yes?
It's nothing. Never mind.
Miss Holly, I take it you're an avid reader?
Yes, ma'am.
Then that also means you enjoy writing, yes?
Yes, I guess.
Oh, wait here for just a moment. This should suit you just fine. A journal. Time has a funny way of muddling memory. It helps to have an anchor. That way we can always look back and see the old with new, fresh eyes. This next week will be integral to your spiritual formation. It would be best to keep a record of your thoughts. As we've discussed, not all stories are worth reading. But if you keep your heart open, there's definitely a story for you here. A story of your own personal journey with God. Can I trust you to do that?
Yes, ma'am, and thank you.
Sister Adira. Please call me Sister Adira. For our time together, I'd like to think of us as family. Now, come this way. I'll show you to your room.
Yes, ma'am. Sister Adira.
Oh, Gabriella, this is Holly. She will also be joining us for the recollection.
Hey there. Just call me Gabby.
Gabriella is your God-given name. It's a name you were born with, and I happen to think it's quite lovely. Be proud of it. Abbreviations tend to only confuse.
Right. No nicknames allowed. That's news to me.
And I hope it's news you take to heart. We do, after all, have rules here, Miss Gabriella.
Yeah, sure.
Hello there. Pleased to meet you. My name's Holly. And for the record, I think Gabriella's a pretty cool name. Had a classmate named Gabriella. Really smart. Ran for the student council. Though now that I think about it, she might have lost. It was close, though.
Good to know.
So, are we the first ones to arrive? To think that I was worried I might have been late.
As of now, Miss Holly, we are complete. The recollection will start first thing in...
Wait, seriously? There's only 2 of us.
Yes, sadly, as of late, attendance has been quite low.
Can't imagine why.
Oh, I think you know the answer, Gabriella. Distractions. So many distractions we're letting into our lives. And even in these trying times, we still take for granted God's loving grace. You two, however, are very fortunate that your parents were responsible enough to take an active role in your formation.
Yeah, sure.
That's true, Sister Adira. I believe these few weeks will be an enlightening experience for all of us.
Well, I'm so glad to hear that, child. Recollections like these are a very special opportunity, and I hope that both of you will be wise enough to seize it.
Yeah, I'm already feeling God's almighty wisdom.
I will give you the rest of the day to settle in. We shall start first thing tomorrow. But until then, I urge you both to take in the silence this place has to offer. Reflect. Pray.
What's up? You're staring.
Oh, sorry. I was just wondering. So, those are some cute bracelets you got there.
Look, let's just cut to the chase. What are you here for exactly?
Excuse me? What do you mean?
This isn't exactly a prime summer destination. Dingy convent up in the mountains, prayer sessions every other hour, Bible readings, character building lectures. Pretty sure they'll even have us do chores and stuff. You don't really go here unless, you're one of those types.
Oh, I see.
Hello? You okay?
Huh? Oh, yeah, sorry,
Never mind, it's fine. You don't have to answer.
No. You see,
I see. Well, in that case, I don't think we have much to talk about.
Wait, what?
Let me spell it out for you. I don't want to be here. And if you're thinking that by the end of this we'll be braiding each other's hair and talking about boys and, I don't know, having Bible study sessions together or whatever, you're mistaken.
Oh. Alright.
Glad we got that out of the way. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got stuff to unpack.
Good night. Hey, Holly! Huh? Liana? What are you doing? I can't sleep. That's not my problem.
I can fix that. Behold my special move!
Whoa!
mission accomplished.
Liana. Huh? What's that you got there?
Just a book. Want to see it?
Oh, wow. I don't remember Mom buying this.
She didn't. Noe lent it to me. Pretty cool, huh? See? Her name's Kylie. She's strong and brave. Just like someone else I know.
Huh? You really think so?
Nah, just trying to get on your good side.
Right.
Oh, but here's the coolest part. She's a witch.
What? Liana, you know how Mom gets. Remember what happened when you brought home that toy devil-y...
Dragon. It was a dragon. It's not my fault Mom wasn't listening.
And she's still not going to listen if she finds something like this. Look, Liana, you need to stop getting yourself in trouble.
Don't worry so much. I'll just hide it in a place she'll never find.
But... just give it back as soon as you can.
Well, about that, you see, I was, thinking maybe we could read it together, just like how we used to.
Really?
Yeah, but if you don't want to...
No, it's... Okay, sure, we can read it, but only because the cover looks cool. Come on over here. Okay, here we go. The Whispering Forest. The sky was a muddy brown and muddy as the grounds around St. Mary's orphanage. Despite this, Kylie was determined to give her little sister Farley the best birthday ever.
Oh, Kylie has a sister? Is that her picture? I like her. She's mine. I'm doing her voice.
You don't even know her yet.
Doesn't matter. I got this feeling. Mom! Holly, hide the book!
Shh, quiet. Just stay still.
I can't breathe. Holly.
Amen.
Liana?
Huh? Who?
Oh, sorry. It's nothing.
We've got 30 minutes. Let's get ready. Wouldn't want to be late now, would we?
Yeah, sure. Lovely morning, Sister Adira.
Why, yes, a lovely morning indeed. If you were here just a bit earlier, you would have caught the sun shining right through that window. Amazing, the little things you notice when you take the time to stop and listen. And that's why we're here, isn't it?
Yep, sure is.
50 years ago, our founder, Saint Idalora, built this convent in order to train young girls such as yourselves to be proper ladies. Ladies worthy of becoming saints. During her time, the most beautiful flowers bloomed all over the convent. Oh, and the statues! With her skilled hands, in the right light, they'd look so real. Then, of course, the girls, like scared little lambs, they arrived, sick and broken. But Mother Idalora, oh, she healed them. She fixed them. They all emerged as lovely little angels. In the coming days, I'd like you to think of me as a mother. Whether it be concern or confession, you may come to me.
Yeah, I'll consider it.
Thank you, sister. That's a very kind gesture.
Now, before we start, here's a quick schedule of the recollection. Yes? Any questions?
None! This all looks really exciting.
It is. Most of your time will consist of silent recollection and prayer sessions. But, as I've said before, aside from reflection, we shall also task you with action.
What type of action we talking about?
Simple tasks. Cooking, cleaning. This convent doesn't maintain itself, you know. And I expect you to attend to it with the utmost care. This is a holy place, after all. Newly inducted nuns have done similar things in the past. If any of you find yourself hearing the call, well, think of this as a great training opportunity.
No promises.
I expect none. But you may be surprised. The call finds us at the strangest of times, in the strangest of places. Now, to start off, let's have a bit of an exercise now, shall we? I'd like to show you something. Lovely, isn't she? Wholesome, pure, chaste, the face of a saint if I ever saw one. There's no second-guessing, no desperate search for her place in the world. She is content to know that she is exactly where God wants her to be. However, sadly, this is not always the case. The world is moving so fast these days, people coming up with all sorts of answers to their problems. So many opportunities are now open to bright young women such as yourselves. You can be anything. Scientists, lawyers, businesswomen, physicians, even artists. And they're all wrapped up so nicely in narratives of fulfillment and prestige. And at times they can sound so appealing. But us women, we should not let ourselves get distracted from what really matters. God and family. Holly, please come over here.
Yeah, sure.
Now, I want you to write down all the things that might be stopping you from being a proper child of God.
Well, it all dates back to the beginning, doesn't it? Eve leading Adam astray. Original sin has left its mark on our souls, and thus man must live with concupiscence.
A lovely textbook definition of the matter, Miss Beltran. But we're here to talk about you. What are the things that hinder you from becoming a child of God?
Well... Well, there's American celebrity...
Miss Beltran, I recall confiscating a particular book from you the other day.
Well, that stuff... It really isn't a big deal or anything. I'm sure there are other things.
Oftentimes, I find it best that we start with the small things. But if you want, perhaps we can talk about other things. Your family life, perhaps? Is everything all right, Holly?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good. I'd also urge you to examine any other pieces of literature that you might be reading. There is a special place in hell for people who lure children to sin, and all in the guise of fanciful tales and happy endings.
Jeez, chill out. It's just a book.
Just a book? So is the Bible. And yet, such a book has built cathedrals, formed nations, saved souls. In the wrong hands, don't you think the opposite is also possible?
Look, I really don't see the problem here. Kylie's a good witch. Kindness and friendship are what end up saving the day. In the end, that's all that matters, right?
You're simplifying the matter, Gabriella. These things, these stories, I know it all must seem harmless at first. It's all just make-believe after all. Brightly colored spells and magical creatures. They make it so easy to get caught up in the fantasy. But understand, these are all subtle seductions. They distract, and that, at its core, these spells and rituals and familiars, it all leads back to the occult. We've all strayed so far. In the Old Testament, people like Kylie would have been stoned to death. Miss Rivera, why don't you give this activity a try?
Can't think of anything.
Is that so? Do you think your life is perfect, Miss Rivera?
No, of course not. We're all far from perfect here. But my mind's just drawing blanks right now.
Then perhaps I can be of help. more often than not, I find that the biggest obstacle young girls like you often face lies in the environment you place yourself in.
I see.
Let's reflect on your friends. Have they been a positive influence?
Yeah, they have. Helped me through pretty tough times.
Your mother has told me a different story.
Really, no.
Yes, sneaking out to these social gatherings, coming home late at night, surrounding yourself with the wrong sort of people.
The wrong sort?
Please understand, it's not entirely your fault. I was young once. I know how it's like. You're at a very sensitive age, and it's at this time that young girls are met with a whole new world of temptations.
Yeah, whatever. Look, just drop it.
It is easy to mistake desire for love, but true love can only occur between a chaste man and a chaste woman.
All right, stop.
Gabriella, running away will only serve to worsen your struggle. If you would simply be honest.
Shut up!
Only you can help yourself, Miss Rivera. I am merely a witness. The scars you have are far worse. You can't see them, but they dig deep, deep at your soul. Miss Beltran, I would like your opinion. Have I done something wrong? Do I upset you?
I,
Yes?
I just thought of another thing to write down. TV, it distracts me all the time. My grades aren't as high as they could be, but if I just cut down on my TV time, I know I can focus.
It takes real courage to improve yourself. And right now, Miss Holly here is being very brave. And I know you can be brave as well, Gabriella.
Whatever. I'm done here.
Miss Beltran, I'd like you to open your prayer book, page 32, Psalm 103, verse 10. Please say a prayer for Miss Gabriella, that she will allow herself to be healed by God's loving grace. Afterwards, you may have a short break. We'll start again once I ring the bell.
Yes, sister. There, how are you doing?
What do you think?
Well, what happened back there was pretty weird, wasn't it?
Weird?
Okay, maybe not the best choice of words.
Nope.
So, what are you up to?
What's it to you?
Nothing. I was just, wondering.
Mom never liked it when I got angry. Said it reminded her of my father. She'd always say, try channeling your anger into something more productive, Gabby. Pray. Read the Bible. I tried, you know. It's a good book with a lot of good ideas. But for some reason, you people like dwelling on some things more than others. Throwing stones, for instance. So don't mind me. I'm just following her advice.
I see.
Helps if you find the big ones. Such as throwing, though. It's the nice, juicy crack you get when it hits something. Know what I mean?
I can't say that I do.
Figures.
Look, I know you're having trouble dealing with Adira. If it helps, whenever people say things that upset me, I try humming a nice little tune in my head. Sometimes I even think of a scene from my favorite story to match the song. Then afterwards, well, I can go about the rest of my day like nothing happened.
Sounds like a great way to let people walk all over you.
No! It's a way to keep things peaceful and happy for everybody. Look, we're both stuck here with her, and we're clearly not changing her mind. Fighting with her like this, it's just gonna make it hard for all of us. I just thought it might be better if we all get along. That's all. Please, just let me help you out.
Help me out. Hear that a lot back home. I hear it so often it doesn't really mean anything anymore. Adira wants to help me, you want to help me. For some reason, everywhere I go, people seem so eager to help me, especially when it suits them. Well, how about this? I'll help myself. And you? You keep to yourself. Oh, would you look at that? All out of stones. Anyway, don't let me spoil the mood. After all, you seem to be doing just fine here.
You said it yourself. The Bright Queen's secrets died with the Archwitch Elaine. So, that leaves us with only one option. Kylie felt all the eyes in the room turn to her. You can't mean. Perdita piped up, hands shaking in fear. Seance spells are forbidden. To a bunch of mischief makers like ourselves, nothing is forbidden. Grab your spell keys, friends. It's a long way to the rotting wood. Tonight, we'll be speaking with the dead.
Oh, damn.
Language, Liana.
Shh! Shut up and read the next chapter. I've got to see what happens next.
I'm getting sleepy.
What? Seriously? Just one more chapter.
Remember what happened this morning? If you keep sleeping in, she's gonna get suspicious. Look, come on, we can continue reading tomorrow.
I don't want tomorrow to come. I hate mornings.
Liana.
When I wake up late, she calls me lazy. Then I wake up too early and she says I need more sleep. And when I do wake up on time, she just finds something else to complain about.
Look, just do as she says, okay? I can even help you out. I've got your back. She'll listen to me, don't worry. Hey, maybe we can...
You say that. You always say that. But when it comes down to it, you stand there with your mouth shut. You make it look so easy. You know? Mom's perfect little angel.
Liana... Look, I don't like it either. The rules, the lectures. Especially when she gets mad at you. But if you just do as she says, things can go back to normal.
Normal for you? I want to go out and meet with my friends. I want to watch movies. I want to have some fun. For once.
She lets us do those things.
No, she doesn't. We watch her movies. We visit her friends. And if anything we want happens to be outside of what this stupid church thinks is good for us...
Liana!
What? It's true. Give me a haunted forest and a seance spell any day. I'll have better luck talking to ghosts.
All right. One more chapter. How's that? Chapter 19. The Wraith in the Walls. The forest loomed over them, dark and quiet. Kylie led the way, raising up a jar of flare flies. The purple leaves of the underbrush crunching against their feet.
I'm getting a glass of water.
Just make sure to be quiet. You don't want to wake them. down.
Hey, Dad. Listen to this.
Oh, right. Ow, my neck. Hello? Guess everyone's still asleep. This is kind of exciting, though. I wonder if it also has trapdoors or secret passages hidden in the walls. Once the week's over, I'd have mastered the castle. Holly Beltran, the Lord of Dark Passages. Lone crowned queen of the castle. That nun was right. This place, there is a special air to it.
Do you like it?
Oh, Sister Atira, I didn't see you there.
My dear, I've lived most of my life here. When sworn to the cloth, moving around silently becomes quite the habit. Bit of a joke.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can be a bit slow sometimes.
It's fine, dear. You don't need to humor me. Unfortunately, comedy is one thing the Bible doesn't cover too well. But what I do know are the stories of our beloved saints. Saint Rosa de Lima. Are you familiar?
Just a bit.
Is that so?
Yes?
I've noticed you, Holly, walking around the convent, observing our statues. I have a hunch that there's more to you than meets the eye. Well now, don't be shy. Tell me about her. I want to see what's inside that head of yours.
Well, patron saint of the Philippines, also of florists, gardeners, and family conflict. She was born in 1586, canonized in 1671, feast day August 30th.
Impressive.
Well, back in school each class was assigned a patron saint. I think it was in the 4th grade. We had a little painting of her at the back of our homeroom. Our Christian life teacher was super strict. Would call us up front, and if you got just one date wrong, then... made sure to never forget.
A relatable experience. Mother Italora was the same. I always had trouble with the years. All those numbers, they'd always get jumbled up in my head.
Wait, the Idolora? You knew her?
Knew her? She was my mentor. Taught me everything I know. But it seems I've given away my age. And here I hope to pass for a woman in her 40s.
Well, I didn't mean to...
I told you not to humor me, child.
Oh. Okay.
But that's the thing now, isn't it? Whether it's for the saints or for ourselves, we're always so obsessed with dates, aren't we? Why is that?
Yeah. I know, right? When it came to schoolwork, I felt like a parrot memorizing and repeating things on cue.
That's right. I felt the exact same way, like squawking obedient little birds. Though, to be fair, such things are a necessary part of our education. It helps keep the mind disciplined, lest our thoughts idle elsewhere. However, when it comes to saints, I always found their stories to be so much more interesting than simple dates. Though it's comforting to know they're teaching you the right things over there. Others aren't as fortunate, and it shows. We each have our own little story to play out. Some are content to simply live out their lives. They fail to leave a mark on the world. But some, those who rise up through extraordinary acts, well, they become saints. Statues such as these ensure they are always remembered. And when we remember them, we can strive to imitate them. So, what do you think of it?
Huh?
The statue.
Oh, well, It's too bad, though. The paint's peeling off.
Ah, yes. And to think I just treated that one a few years back. It's very odd. No matter how many times I try to paint her, it all just comes right off. Must be the humidity.
That's too bad.
Though, despite everything, still she stands. I can relate. See the top of her head? It was meant to evoke the very special crown she wore. Small little spikes lined across the inside.
Yeah, I remember that part. A crown of thorns. She really strived to be more like Christ.
Yes. We all have our own ways of showing devotion.
Glad we don't do that anymore.
Yes, I'm glad as well. Though there is wisdom in suffering. But yes, we don't always have to go that far. Simple acts. Simple acts are enough. This sure brings back memories. Whenever I found myself overwhelmed with responsibilities, Mother Idilora would remind me of dear Rosa de Lima. We all have our little crowns to wear. Wear yours with pride, Holly.
Sure thing. Thank you.
Glad we could talk. Oh, would you look at the time? Where is the other one? I'll meet you in the common hall in a few minutes. Last-minute bathroom breaks and all that. Noise. Such a simple thing. The honking of car horns, the shuffling footsteps of a crowd, the whisper of a seatmate. It's easy to take this as the norm. But this place, this sanctuary, offers a very special silence, a very special sense of isolation, and I want the two of you to take advantage of that. When left to the sanctity of our own personal thoughts, well, we tend to encounter all sorts of things: guilt, shame, self-doubt, but also love, understanding, insight. Yes, insight. God's very special insight. And who knows, you might even hear the calling.
The calling?
Why, yes. Oh, those were the days. And so, for today, I would like both of you to practice silence. Not a single word. Am I clear?
Yes, sister.
Miss Gabriella?
Oh, sorry. I thought we already started.
Please don't be coy with me, Miss Gabriella. I'm sure a woman of your age and upbringing would know the difference between following instructions to the letter and simple etiquette. Don't you agree, Miss Beltran?
I'm confident we can all tell the difference, Sister Adira. I'm pretty sure it was just a harmless joke. Isn't that right, Gabriella?
Sure. Whatever. Let's go with that.
As I've said before, I can only do so much, dear. The rest is up to you. Going back to what I was saying, on your booklets you will find prayers that you may read silently during these hours. Also, take note of the reflection questions at the end of each segment. At the end of the day, we will have a group sharing session. I expect productive and insightful answers from the two of you. Very well. I have certain matters to attend to. However, I'll be checking up on you two regularly. Miss Beltran, See to it that Miss Rivera behaves herself.
Yes, I will.
Thank you, dear.
Is that a Walkman?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Oh. How'd you manage to sneak that in?
Why? It's just a Walkman.
I'm no music expert, but I'm pretty sure whatever you're listening to is not gonna fly by Adira.
Looks like you caught me. Well, if you must know, I replaced the cover. Nothing but clean and wholesome Christian songs here. When people are always on your case, you learn a thing or two about hiding things. You gonna snitch on me?
I'm just saying, if Adira catches you...
If she catches me. Unless you're gonna do something about it. So, are you?
No! Look, I'm just... looking out for you. If she finds out, she'll confiscate it.
Just like she confiscated your book? That's what happened, right?
Yeah, but that's not...
What book was it again? Kylie Taylor, right? Not exactly wholesome Christian material, is it?
It's not that bad.
Well, it's not what they think. Witchcraft, seances, magic spells. Satan's way of corrupting the youth. So, are they right?
No! No, they're not.
Ever consider that they might be wrong about all the other things?
Of course. Look, I'm not like that. I'm not like them.
Really now? Could have fooled me. You come here with that nice little smile on your face, got your Bible verses memorized, wearing your Sunday best. You even make the sign every time you pass by a cross. Then, you get up in my face every time I break the rules. Rules which you say you don't believe in. So, whose side are you really on?
I'm on your side.
Really? Do you really mean that? 'Cause it sure doesn't feel like it. The way I see it, you're either a liar or a coward.
You think it's just that easy, don't you?
Did I strike a nerve? Not used to being called out, are you?
Well, how about you? What are you trying to accomplish? Atira's been doing this for years. You really think all your sass is enough to change your mind?
There's no changing her mind. I know that. It was never about that. It's like... Look, I don't need to explain it to you. But at least at the end of the day, I'm standing up for myself. That's all that matters.
What is with all this noise? You are disrupting the liturgy of the hours.
Oh, I'm really sorry. We were just...
Did not the Mother Superior explicitly forbid you to speak?
Yes. Yes, she did.
The simple virtue of obedience. Is that so difficult to grasp?
Of course, sisters. Don't worry, it won't happen again.
Yeah, what she said. Won't happen again.
Now, there, Sister Reyna. We can't expect everyone to take quickly to the discipline asked of the Eidolorian Order. Give it time. The Mother Superior will smooth out all those foul little edges. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. After the liturgy, we'll be meeting with Father Sibula, so make sure that...
Jeez, what rosary beads got stuck up their asses? And as for you, you were pretty quick to get on your knees and grovel. I'd be impressed if it wasn't so predictable. A coward it is then, eh?
Excuse me. I've got to go to the bathroom. I hate this.
is not right. I just have a way of doing things. A system. And it works. What? No. That's not true. This has always worked for me. Shut up. Stop it. Stop it. Shut up! Damn it, Holly. Making a pretty big fool of yourself right now.
Is everything all right, dear?
Oh, yeah. Everything's fine.
Is that so? Well, let me tell you, I think I'm quite sharp when it comes to these things. Blessed are those who cry, for they shall laugh. There now. Tears are nothing to be embarrassed about. In fact, tears have been known to have a healing power to them. Especially when it comes from someone very, very holy.
I'm not. I wasn't crying. It's just. I came here to start over. And I don't know what I was hoping for, really. It all seems real silly now that I'm saying it all out loud. I guess I just wanted things to be different. And at first I thought it was. I mean, things definitely looked different. Hallways are huge. There's paintings and statues everywhere. But it all still feels the same. And no matter how hard I try, I'm just stuck doing all the things I usually do. And it's just reminding me of things that I wanted to forget.
Well, I might know what that's like. I never really got along with my family. They thought I was a bother, a big, dumb nuisance, just wasting space in the house. But then, When I stepped through this convent's large wooden doors, well, I felt like I could start fresh. Become someone new.
Really? That's pretty cool.
Oh, well, it wasn't all heavenly choirs and harps right away. Just like you, I was quite a handful to deal with. Oh, I was so chatty. My sisters said they could hear my laughter from the other end of the convent. I'd forget the prayers, was late to meals. One time, I even spilled soup all over Sister Raina's habit. Oh, she gave me hell for that one. I suppose what I'm saying is, these things take time.
I guess.
What else? Oh, yes, she said to always top it off with an anecdote. Oh, I've got one! Saint Mary of Egypt. Have you ever heard of her?
Yeah?
You see, in the early years of her life, she used to, well, let's just say she was quite sinful. In fact, you see, she was thief! Yes, that's it. But once she entered one of the great churches of Jerusalem, she too underwent a great change. In fact, in the final years of her life, she was said to possess miraculous powers. Wherever she went, the sun would shine, birds would sing. She would walk on water like it was solid ground, and even talk to lions. They were her adorable little guardians. You could say it was almost like magic. And so, what I'm saying is that with faith and the help of God, we can wash away the sins of the past, like they never happened. And just like her, in our new life here, we can start anew. Doesn't that sound great?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it does.
Sorry, not the best at telling stories. But the Mother Superior always says we can look to them for inspiration, even in the darkest of times. And of course, there's always prayer. If you ever find the burdens of the world too hard to bear, just try the Hail Mary. Trust me, it helps.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Hey, thanks. I appreciate the help. Honestly, it's a breath of fresh air.
Now then, this is a holy place, not a sad place. Cheer up. Jesus loved nothing more than the laughter of children.
I guess I'll try.
There you go. Keep that angelic little smile. It suits you. No, we got over here. Oh dear. Another crack. There now. Oh, this won't do. Perfection. Only perfection. After you had suffered for a little while, the God of all grace, who called you to his eternal glory in Christ, will himself perfect, confirm, strengthen, and establish you. Good and simple work. But of course, I am still very thankful for this opportunity to pass on your teachings. It's just that, well, perhaps it has been a while. Spending too much time in silence, it makes every little noise seem louder. Just look at me. Here I am complaining like an old fool. No. Here we improve. We become better day by day.
Liana? What was that? It was dark. I couldn't see. I was opposite over.
What did you do? Oh. No. Quick, give her the pieces. Mama Mary, we're so sorry. Apologize as well, Leon. But... apologize!
Mama Mary, I'm so sorry. What do we do now?
Mom can't find out. She'll be so mad. We can fix it. Put it all back together so she can't tell the difference.
But there's so many pieces. How will we...
Shh, don't worry. Just trust me, okay? I've got some glue over here.
Okay.
There. Just hold it still.
Careful, you're gonna...
No, it's fine. We just need a little more glue, that's all.
all. Mom's going to kill us. What do you mean, us? You're the one who broke it. But you're always like this. Couldn't you just sit still and not ruin anything for once? So that's how it's gonna be? Huh? You say you have my back, but when it comes down to it, you always just stand there with your mouth shut. I don't have to deal with this. Coward. They're coming.
I was asleep this whole time. You tell her what you did.
Don't worry, Holly. We'll start over. Trust me. It's all gonna be fine. Come on. I'll show you.
Hello? Damn it, Holly. Going into strange rooms. Hearing strange voices. This is all so weird. Chin training, Holly Beltran takes her first step into the dark hallway. On a secret mission to find... voices I heard when I was half asleep. Now that my head's clearing up, it does sound kind of stupid. Oh boy. Just... what the hell were you thinking, Holly? Oh no. Stupid, stupid, stupid!
Ow! Ow, 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 ow. Oh, damn it.
Gabriella?
Holly? Is that you?
What are you doing here?
Me? I'm supposed to ask you that.
Well, there was a sound. Didn't you hear it?
A sound? What do you mean?
Like some pounding noise? And I heard a voice.
Are you serious? You better not be screwing around with me, okay?
I wasn't. I was probably just hearing things.
I can't believe this. Anyway, let's just go now. What was that?
Oh, I think that was just the floorboards.
You sure? Sounded way too loud to be just floorboards.
Wait a minute. Gabriella, are you scared of the dark?
What? No.
And you still didn't answer my question. Why'd you follow me?
That's a stupid question. You just get up and leave in the middle of the night, leaving the door wide open. What the hell's wrong with you?
So I spooked you, and you didn't want to be left alone?
No, I didn't say that.
You sure you're not a tiny bit scared? 'Cause the way I see it, you're either a liar or a coward.
So it's gonna be like that, huh? Real mature. Look here, it's the middle of the night in an old convent. It's straight out of some horror movie. If anything, you're the one who's weird for not being a tiny bit terrified, okay?
Huh. Never thought about it like that. I guess I'm just used to sneaking around the house at night. The dark never really scared me. In fact, I kind of like it.
for real. Do you feel cool now? God. I ever think I might have just been concerned for you?
Concerned for me? Right. Oh, I've tried, you know. Tried to be nice and friendly. But for some reason, you just don't seem to get it.
Don't seem to get it?
Sorry, I can't hear you. Why don't you come a little closer into this dark and scary room?
I'm kind of relieved to see that behind that fake-ass smile, you're just as immature as everyone else.
Shut up! Quit acting like you know me, 'cause you don't!
What was that? I told you to stop.
That wasn't me!
Holly, please tell me that this is all just some joke.
I didn't... I was just... That wasn't me.
We should go. Where's that coming from?
Must be the nuns. I hear them praying every night.
What are you talking about? It's been quiet here every night. Really quiet. Just wouldn't a very light sleeper.
Then what's making that sound?
What the hell?
It's coming from outside.
Let's get out of here. What is this?
They're everywhere.
This is a joke. Please tell me this is one of your jokes.
I swear I didn't. I couldn't do this.
That's not... Where's it coming from?
It's coming from nowhere and everywhere. Shh. Let's just walk this way back upstairs.
What the...
Shh. Just be quiet.
God. Oh, God.
And so, as she crossed the softwood bridge, Kylie whispered a goodbye under her breath. At the very least, I've got one heck of a story to tell Folly once I return to the orphanage. I'm sure she's missed me, Kylie said, feeling the warmth of her spell key against her palm. She had a skip in her step and a smile on her face, knowing the forest was not so dark after all. Not in the slightest. The end.
Wait, that's it? But she's coming back to Witchwood, right? What about the Bright Queen? She's still alive. I'm sure of it. Also, what gives? Farley was only in the first chapter. She better have a bigger part in the next book. Huh? Holly? Are you crying?
What? No, I'm not.
Aww, you liked it.
Shut up!
I'm glad I was right. I knew you'd like it.
Holly, are you okay? Yeah, that's right. I think so. Hey, Liana. I know I don't say this enough, but thanks. I'm glad you shared all this with me.
I thought really hard about it, you know? I mean, I was this close to reading it all by myself.
You know I would have caught you reading it anyway, right?
You'd be surprised. I can be really sneaky when I want to.
Sure. We've got to get our hands on the next book. Oh, and I've also got to get one of those spell keys. I saw some at the bookstore the other day. Every Prubble witch has to have one.
Mom's never gonna let us buy it, though.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Holly. Is it going to be like this forever?
Maybe one day, when we're old enough.
By then, we'd be too old for this stuff.
Yeah. Kylie's a pretty lucky girl, isn't she? Getting taken away to Witchwood, having her whole life turned around. I keep wishing that any day now, someone would come knocking. Show up at our front door, hand me my very own spell key, and I'd go off on a magical adventure somewhere far away. Far from all this.
You'll take me with you, right? I won't end up like Farley, left alone while her sister goes out on an adventure.
Of course not. You'll be with me every step of the way.
I've got an idea.
What are you doing?
Give me a second. And if I just tape this here... aha! Check it out! Forged by the changelings from Hay Spider Silk and imbued with the breath of spring. I know it's not much, but at least it's something to call our own while we wait for something amazing to happen.
The twist of a key, a heartfelt secret, and a little push. That's all it takes to get to Witchwood. Well, in the words of the Fey Prince, trouble always finds a way. Give me a second. Aha! Here we go.
Ooh, what's that?
Well, for now it's just a simple box. But all the things that we want, all the things that they'll never let us keep, we can put it all in here. Then we hide it, somewhere Mom will never find it.
Really?
Yeah, we just need a good hiding place. Bit by bit, we'll build a collection of our own. And it all starts with this spell key.
I'd like that.
But until then... For my first spell, I cast upon you... the Bitter Bloom Curse!
What? Hey! No tickling! No, stop! Please! I can't breathe!
Another day, another crack to fill. Till it's just right. Oh, Heavenly Father, many a saint has heard your voice through their dreams. Which makes me wonder, what could it all mean? Yes, that's it. A reminder. Things were so different back then. The girls never talked back. People had principles. And I had a family. And what of things now? We're lucky we even have 2 girls this summer. And even then, how's that all working out? No. Remember her lessons, Adira. Do not think like that. You must not be distracted. We're improving day by day. Change will not happen in an instant, and it's all up to me. Well, another day is ahead of us. Best get started.
Oh no! Oh no, 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 no! Psst! Holly!
Please, 5 more minutes.
What do you mean 5 more minutes? Jeez, I'm not your mom. No. This can't happen. Did you hear that? That sounded like Adira. I'm going down to check it out.
I'll go with you.
Sure. Hey, about what happened last night. Never mind. Maybe later. No.
Look at you now. She sculpted this herself. Hand painted. I believe. Oh, she loved this one so very much. Viv, I'm sorry. So sorry.
Sister Adira?
Oh, good. Sister Annalyn, I need you to... you. Yes, of course. You two. Forgive me. I seem to have lost track of time. My mind, it wanders sometimes.
Is everything okay?
Of course not. Just look at this. Broken and shattered. How? How did this happen?
Sister Adira, will you see? Will you see?
There's something very wrong with this place. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I think this place is haunted. And I know how stupid that sounds, but look, you need to believe us. We went down here last night and the statues, they were moving.
Excuse me?
You can ask Holly. I swear I'm not making this up. Holly, tell her.
Holly? Is this true?
Yes.
What did you see? Details, I need to know the details.
Well, we also heard chanting.
What kind of chanting?
Like prayers. Everywhere. Like it was coming from the convent itself.
Now, here's the part where I'm really, really hoping you've got a logical explanation for what we just saw. Anything to just explain what we saw the other night.
Interesting. Very interesting. And the angel said to her, "Do not be afraid, Mary, for you have found favor with God." Luke 1:30.
Sister Adira, what are you...
What you have just described to me fits many of the miracles we've recorded throughout history. Concrete statues, their lips moving as if in prayer. Accounts of the Virgin Mary weeping tears of blood. Perhaps you are hearing the calling. Though still, we can't be too sure.
Excuse me? What we saw? It definitely wasn't a miracle.
And you believe yourself to be an expert on that matter, Gabriella?
Well, no, but...
Haunted was the word I believe you used? Oh, dear child, there's no such things as ghosts. When we pass, our souls go to one of two places, heaven or hell. And from what you've told me, we just might be fortunate enough to find ourselves in the presence of angels.
Wow. Wow. There's no changing your mind, is there?
Well, in the coming days, hopefully I can change yours. There are records and books on this matter. Right here in this very room, if I'm not mistaken. Though it seems I have let this place go. Well, no matter. I have two able-bodied young women with me. Yes, that is something we can do. A good first step. Starting today, I'd like you to assist me with fixing up this convent. starting with this room. Outside, to the left down the hallway, is a closet. Get us some mops and brooms.
Whatever.
As for my dear Teresa here, I shall pick up the pieces. This will take weeks of work. But if what she said is true, then this all better be fixed by the time... That's all right. It's all right, Adira. This is another reminder. Her reminder. Yes, I will do it then. I'll put you back together, so she can see the fruits of my labor, and it will all be perfect. Not a single crack. Almost like it never happened.
Sister Adira? I'll just be on my way, sister.
Whatever happened to your little friend? We tried, and we pried until his horn was all but gone. But it wasn't enough, was it? You cried, but we still did it. Because we cared for you. We needed to try. We needed to make sure the horns were all gone.
Holly, I could really use a hand here.
Yeah, sure. Coming.
Careful now. You don't want to drop that. Put it right over there. There you go. Oh, just look at that. Looking better already.
Sister Adira? If we're gonna mop this side, I think we're gonna need to move some of the tables over here.
Yes. Move them to the sides. Gabriella, can you handle that part of the room? Gabriella?
Yeah, sure.
Very good. As for those boxes over there, Holly, kindly stack them onto the side.
Sure thing.
What are you looking at?
Oh, I just found some old papers.
Let me see. Oh, I almost forgot about these. I compiled them myself, you know, all those years ago. Pass me that stack over there, will you? I will take these back to my study. They will be helpful in the coming days. Please continue cleaning the room. And Holly, these documents are convent property, and as such it is ill manners to go looking through them without permission. I may not always be watching, but God always knows.
Yes, sorry. I'll remember that.
See to it that you do.
So, we gotta talk about what just happened?
Yeah. What do you think happened?
You know how in movies, the kids tell the adults they've seen a ghost or something, and then no one believes them? I kind of wish that happened. Because now, well, I don't know what exactly is going through her head, but this is all just wrong. To be honest, I'd rather pretend it was all just a bad dream. It's easier to just forget, you know?
Yeah. It's all so strange. But maybe strange isn't always a bad thing.
Are you serious?
Okay, hear me out. Just think about it. What we saw last night was something scary, but it was also something different. It sounds almost magical. Like in the Queens of Half Night. When they spotted the White Wolf prowling along the East Wing, it was up to Kylie and her friends to figure out what was going on. There's always some sort of mysterious incident that binds the characters together. And I mean, it's not like we were hurt or anything.
I don't believe this.
I'm just saying, what about you? Have you ever seen anything like it before?
No. And if I had it my way, I'd never want to see anything like it again.
But just think about it. You mentioned movies. Maybe it's just like that. The heroes find something mysterious, something they can't explain, and then they work together to find out what it is. Like it or not, that's kind of the situation we're in.
The movies I was thinking of were the ones where people die. You know, horror movies. Newsflash, Holly. The world isn't some fairy tale.
But...
Jesus! You just believe anything they want you to, don't you?
No, it's not like that. I'm just saying...
Did you hear her back there? All this talk of miracles and angels and demons.
Well, I'm not saying she's right, but who knows? Maybe she's onto something. If there's anyone who might have an idea, it's her.
Adira is an old woman who believes in a lot of things. And the last thing she needs right now is someone encouraging her. Ugh! I can't do this! It's bad enough that I'm spending my summer stuck here, but now... this! I did not sign up for this. And why'd you even come here last night? Are you just trying to scare me? Is that it?
No! It wasn't like that!
Well, congrats! You succeeded. And look where we are now.
Look, let's just calm down. I'm really sorry if I made you mad.
Please, you apologize all the time, and you never mean it.
Maybe you're right. I do say sorry a lot, don't I? So I'll stop that. You don't like me. I get it. And that's fine. I honestly don't like myself that much either. It must be nice. Nice to be able to look people in the eyes and talk back and sneak things in and get into all sorts of fights like it's nothing. But that's the thing. I can't be like you. But I'm not the source of your problems here, okay? Whatever you did to land yourself here, that's on you. It's not my fault you got caught going to your wild parties where you do drugs and make out with boys or whatever.
Is that why you think I'm here?
Well...
First off, even if I did do all those things, there ain't anything wrong with that. But I never snuck out to any wild parties, never did drugs, and I never made out with boys. It was a sleepover. I confessed. She didn't feel the same way. The look on her face, I'll never forget it. Next thing I know, I'm the talk of the school. Rumors everywhere. And of course, they reach my mom. That's it, okay? if you still think that somehow that's all my fault. I've got nothing more to say to you.
I'm really sorry. That does suck.
That's the thing. My family, we weren't born into the faith. When my dad passed away, Mama I guess she just needed something, anything, to fill the void. And then, well, it started with a friend. She told her about the lovely and supportive community they had. And I suppose they told her the exact type of stories she wanted to hear. And so, just like that, I was enrolled in a new school. New traditions, new community. Ended up working out really well for her. But not for me. I used to be Gabby to her. Now, I'm just Gabriella. So forgive me for being a bit skeptical when it comes to people like you. And Adira? Oh, I know her type. Someone like me's never gonna get in her good graces.
People like that, they can be pretty stubborn.
That's putting it lightly. Come on, she's had me pegged from the moment I got here. So, I made up my mind as soon as I stepped foot at this oh-so-holy convent. I'll just give her exactly what she's expecting. Best to just show them what they want to see early on. Spare them the disappointment.
You're not wrong. The fall's real bad when people don't see it coming.
Is that what happened to you? You know what? Whatever. It's getting real stuffy in here. I'm gonna take a break.
Wait! It's always like this. Hey.
Hey. I think I'm leaving.
How are you gonna do that?
I'll sneak out. Preferably before nightfall.
It's a long way to the nearest town. Are you just gonna walk? I don't think that's very safe.
Well, who knows? Once I get to the roads, maybe I can hitchhike or something.
That still doesn't sound very safe.
Glad to see that you're suddenly concerned for me.
Look. I'm sorry. God, you're right. I really should stop saying that. Back at home, my mom would always take us to these church meetups. We'd have to smile a lot, engage in their small talk, make sure every little thing we said was something they just loved to hear. There'd be hell to pay if we ever got anything wrong. I guess old habits die hard.
We?
Oh, yeah. My sister. We'd read the Kylie Taylor books together. Mom would kill us if she ever found out, so we had to do it while everyone else was asleep. We'd come up with all these scenarios. Finding a secret door that would take us to other worlds. Waking up one day to find out we had magic powers. And I know, it may all seem like silly fairy tales to you, but it was fun. It made things easier. I guess we both just wanted so badly to be part of something special. Something different.
I see. Your sister, she didn't join you here?
She's not here anymore.
I'm sorry. Do you want to talk about it?
Maybe I should. Where do I even start?
Hey, take your time.
I kept it up for a long time, you know. Was all smiles and nods at her funeral. But even then, I could feel everyone's stares. I could hear what they were whispering about her. About me. And then, just a few months after, nothing. We moved out her stuff, put it in little boxes, and just packed it all away. We would eat our meals as a family of 3. They would continue to go to their parties and religious meetups. I even started to forget what her name sounded like. I couldn't stand it. I had a pretty bad breakdown after that. Stopped going to school. Stopped going to church. Even stopped eating for a while.
It's the silence, isn't it? Digs deep. Worse than any noise. Do you feel like screaming just so anyone, notices?
Yeah.
mind if I join you?
There's plenty of stones to go around. I hate it. Having to follow all these rules. Every goddamn day! Every time we spoke out of line! Every time we messed up! Till I got everything right! Till I learned how to never mess up!
What the? That looks bad.
What was that sound? Oh, no, 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 no! Crown glass. Oh, she modelled it after the Saint Chapelle, the light it cast in the morning. Years of history, sacred history, all gone. Just when we were in the middle of fixing things, preparing for... You! Corinthians!
What?
Do you not know that our bodies are temples? And this temple was her body!
It wasn't... It was an accident.
You butchered my home!
Stop! Just stop it! I did it. It was me.
I have been so kind to you. To both of you. And this is what you do to me!
Hey!
It's fine, Gabriella.
What thought, what force seized you to assault the house of God?
She didn't mean to. We were just playing a game, and I guess Holly ended up throwing the stone a bit too hard. That's all.
A game? So this is the work of your idle hands, then? In that case, I'll be sure to... No, 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 no. That will not do. Violence is never the answer. Lord, give give me the strength to see clearly. Let's take a step back now, shall we? Even if there was no malice in your actions, that doesn't fix the damage you've caused. I shall be telling your parents about this.
You don't have to go that far. She already said...
That matter is final, Gabriella. After all, who else will I charge for the damages? Next, the both of you will pick up every last bit of glass from the floor. Am I clear?
Yes.
Fine. Well, that's a mess.
Yeah.
Let's pick up the bigger pieces first. Then sweep the smaller ones later.
Sure. Hey. Thanks for covering for me. You didn't need to do that.
Look, what you did. Really stupid. Jeez. Watch your aim next time. On the other hand, it was kind of a relief to see you let loose like that.
Guess you were right about throwing stones after all.
Oh. That doesn't look good.
What's wrong?
She's not gonna like this. That stone must have hit this as well. Well, it's just a small tear. She probably won't notice.
Yeah, I hope so. I really hope she doesn't. I feel like I'm in enough trouble already.
Can I ask you something? Does your family have one of these?
Actually, we do.
Hung up in the dining room?
How did you...
My mom did the same thing. Here it's a pretty popular practice. I suppose they do it so he can bless our meals, make sure everything's peaceful and all that.
But it never is it?
No, not with the shouting matches me and my mom would get into. Trust me, the painting in my house has seen a lot of drama.
Same here. Well, I guess it kinda makes sense.
What are you on about?
Well, that painting... It's the moment when he announced that one of their number would betray him, right? That's why everyone's whispering to each other. So, in a way, the picture is the very definition of drama.
Oh, would you look at that? That's a nice little fact I can bring up next time my mom plays the "You're fighting in front of Jesus" card.
They do always say that, don't they? As if a simple painting could suddenly fix all their problems.
Yeah. Whenever those arguments broke out, did they ever hit you?
Well, when I was younger. But after a while, I learned. Why are you asking?
I'm no stranger to it. Get hit a few times and you start getting numb, and after a while, it's less about the pain and more about worrying that it's coming. When Adira was talking to you back there, your hands, they were shaking.
It was that obvious? I guess old habits do die hard. Hey, about you leaving. If there's anything I can do to help, maybe keep watch. I can even distract Adira if you want.
Well, actually, I was thinking that I might not have thought that plan through.
What do you mean?
Well, it's like what you said. Lots of things can go wrong. And if I finally do get home, I'd still have to come up with some excuse for my mom as to why I'm home early. And maybe... Look, I know we don't exactly see eye to eye. We're all stuck in the same boat here. And it wouldn't be right to just leave you here all alone.
You don't have to stay here because of me.
Not just because of you. It's like I said, lots of things can go wrong. So just shut up about it, okay?
All right. And, thanks, Gabriella.
Gabby.
Thanks, Gabby. Oh, would you look at that? We're almost done.
Nice. Let me throw this in the trash.
Okay, I'll finish up here.
Holly! You hurt your hand.
Huh?
Okay, don't panic. We need something to stop the bleeding. Damn it! Where the hell do they even keep things here? We need to bandage that up. I'll go find some...
That won't be necessary. Let me see that cut. You should be more careful. Come with me. I'll patch you up.
Wait. Holly, are you sure?
Yeah, don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Really.
Concern yourself with cleaning up. You should have been more careful. Why use your bare hands? We have gloves for this sort of thing. Over at the table, second drawer to the right.
Would have been nice to know that earlier.
Wait right here. I have some bandages in the back.
Way to go, Holly. Should have been more careful. Well, guess I'm stuck here now.
Oh, here we go. Now give me your hand. Oh, goodness dear, don't pick at it. Do you want it to scar? Calm down. It'll be hard to treat this with your hands trembling like that.
Oh, sorry, I just...
Relax, I've done this before. Hundreds of times if you count the statues. I've been told humor helps calm the nerves.
Oh, haha, I'm sure it does. Sorry, I'll try to sit still.
Oh, no, don't look at it. That'll only make things worse. Let your mind wander elsewhere. Talk about something. Tell me more about yourself.
Myself?
Yes. Say, what type of hobbies are popular these days?
Well, I like writing.
Oh, I see. What do you write about?
Oh, you know, just a little bit of everything. Essays for school and diary entries.
Oh, I see. Back in the day, when some of the younger girls were bored, I gave them journals to write in. Much like the one I gave you. In their prayers, some of them would write down such intimate secrets. Things I could never imagine them saying out loud. Others would be a bit more creative, making up fanciful stories about their stay here. Some of the other sisters thought it was a waste of time, however. Well, just look around. This convent has such a rich history to it, and, thanks to their writings, the many works of Saint Idalora are now preserved forevermore.
So that one over there.
Oh, that. Yes, why, that's Saint Idalora herself.
Oh,
I've been meaning to get to that one for the longest time.
why haven't you?
No matter how hard I try, little cracks and stains everywhere, and they're always so hard to remove. But once it's done, I'll have it moved to the entrance hall, so she can watch over all the young girls during these retreats. Just like in the old days. This convent brings people together. Back when there were more sisters, oh, we'd fill the chambers with hymns. A choir of saints, all of us. I had hoped. Well, I still hope that one day we can fill these halls with faithful little saints once again. She'd like that. Very much, I think. Now, this might sting a bit. There you go. I would like to apologize. Maybe it was... I shouldn't have... When we lash out at someone, it's because we care for them. You understand?
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
And also, it was irresponsible of me to have you clean up that glass. Oh, just look at what happened.
Well, it's fine, really.
No, it isn't. Today has been a particularly strange day. I've been all over the place, managing this recollection. And these mysterious sightings that you've had. It's like walking through a dream, expecting to wake up, only to realize that you've been awake the whole time.
I guess maybe we both just got a little bit excited after everything that's happened.
Yes. Yes, that's true. Actually, about that, about what happened last night, I'd like to hear more.
Well, it's just all so strange. I'm just not sure what's real anymore. Have these sort of things happened before?
Well, it's like what I've said before. This is a holy place, and I know people these days so eager to doubt, even when miracles are happening right in front of their very eyes. But that's what happens when so many of our number gather together. Think about it. All those years ago, what do you think we did? We prayed, we remembered, we spread the faith. Every single day, Mother Idalora believed that these actions, these habits, had the power to leave a mark upon these hallowed halls. Our actions etched into stone, so that in some way our great works continue, even after we're all gone. And so, this convent was her gift to the world. Heaven on earth, she would call it, sculpted by our hands and the hands of all the sisters who came before.
That sounds amazing.
These are exciting times, Holly. In the coming days, best keep your eyes open. But more importantly, your heart.
I'll try.
And just like that, we're done.
Thank you so much, Sister Adira. And, sorry again about the window.
No, think nothing of it. Now go on ahead. I still have work to finish here. She's got a lot of questions, that one. A bit dishonest. And very distracted. But she's got a good soul. Well, it's too early to say, but I do see potential. More of our number. Yes, that would be nice. Calm down, Adira. Oh, I know what to do. Oh, there we go. As we muse, the fire burns, and my heart goes hot within me. My dearest Mother Idolora, why them and not me? After all these years of service, surely God would find me worthy to witness a miracle. I know my words reach you. They always do. But I'd like, just for once, for your voice to reach back. Is that asking too much? Have I not done enough? Is that it? Please.
It'll be the best summer of your life, they said. It'll be fun, they said. But is it weird that I kind of like this better than prayers and lectures? Holly? What the hell are you up to?
Earlier, I found some documents. Here. There's always some kind of mystery to these things. And when there's a mystery, there's gotta be some clues.
So... you're snooping around.
No. Snooping is such a strong word. Adira asked us to clean up. I'm just being extra thorough.
Alright, move a bit. You take the left. Well, as charming as it is to see you try and justify yourself, don't you think you might be going overboard?
Well, maybe a bit. But hey, look, it paid off.
That's a lot of stuff. Do you have any idea what you're even looking for?
Well, nothing specific, really. But it's okay. I'll just pile everything up here. Liana and I used to do this all the time. We had a secret box that we'd put all our stuff in. Oh, hey, check this out! It's just like the ones she gave us.
Looks way older, though.
Yeah, it's got writing in it, too. I'm keeping this. And who knows? If I'm lucky, I might even find my book here.
Really now? The one she confiscated? So good little Holly would steal it back if she could?
Well, I guess. If I could do it without getting caught. Why? Is that so hard to believe?
Maybe a bit. But you know what? Well, I still don't really get your obsession with digging up these old papers. Stealing stuff back from Adira. I can get behind that.
Thanks.
So... which one was it?
It's just a Kylie Taylor book. I know, it's stupid going through so much trouble for a kid's book.
No, I mean, which one? The first?
Huh? Yeah. First one, The Sorceress of Witchwood.
I see. So, what's your coven?
My coven?
Yeah. Quizzes I take usually put me with the Fae-Flight Elementalists. But every now and then, I end up in the Twist-Turn Druids. Guess they'd be my secondary.
Wait, so... You've read the books?
Well, yeah. Duh. I thought that was obvious.
Oh my god, really?
Is that so hard to believe?
No, it's just... I've never met another fan! I'm with the Bramblecrown Illusionists, all the way!
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know they're kind of the bad guy coven, but I actually really like Cyrene. She really started growing on me after book 3.
Yeah, I get that. She's got the coolest spell key. Plus, she's got, pretty good chemistry with Kylie.
Oh! Yeah, it's a really popular ship. They talk about it in the fanzines all the time. I can get behind that. I got goosebumps when they finally teamed up in book 7.
Oh, that was so good! Best part of the book. The rest of it was... kinda weird. Lots of plot holes.
Glad to know I'm not the only one who thinks that. Whoa, look at this!
Huh? Whoa, looks expensive.
Not exactly what I was looking for, but still, it's kinda cool. Behold! Gold forged, with a gem blessed by the Fae Queens. Bow, mortal, before the banishing magics of my spell key!
Are you serious?
What's so funny?
Oh my god. You know, all this time, I thought you were some Bible-thumping nerd. But now I realize you're just a regular nerd.
Hey!
Nah, it's fine. Besides, it takes 2 witches to accomplish the proper amount of mischief. Aha! Your banishing magics is cool and all, but it's no match for my triple-pronged spell key of Dragonfire!
Ho-ho! Do you really think that puny thing has a chance?
Silly girl! It's not the weapon that makes a true witch. It's spirit, skill, and constant vigilance! Ha-ha!
Hiya! Ha-ha-ha! Aha!
Oh, hey there! Watch it!
Whoa!
You okay? Come on, here. Let me help you up.
Thanks. Seems I have been defeated.
Well, in terms of the duel, yes. But I think you take the cake when it comes to role-playing. So, how about we call it a draw then?
Sure. Sister Adira!
Just what are you two? That is the pastoral staff of Saint Idalora. It is not to be carried around like some toy. This This is nothing short of sacrilege! Give that to me! I entrusted the both of you with a simple task! A very simple task! Have you learned nothing from your time here?
Hey, chill out! If it was so important, why'd you just leave it in this room?
It is precisely for that reason why it was left here! And here we go again, Gabriella, always so eager to speak out. It only shows your ignorance on the matter.
Wait, hold on! Look, it's my fault. I'm the one who found it. I just thought it looked really interesting. And I'm sorry if I wasn't treating it with enough respect.
I can only take so much more of your apologies, Holly. Remember what you told me when we first met? That you are here to improve? But something about this day, mistake after mistake. You can do better, Holly. Get out, both of you. I don't want to see you in this room again. We are done for today.
Okay.
Hey, you okay? Hey, don't worry about it. Besides, just a few more days. We've only got a few more days of dealing with her.
Huh? How come?
You do know this recollection ends, right?
Oh. Yeah.
Hmm? What's up?
Oh, it's nothing.
Okay. Guess we're done for the day. Let's head back now.
Sure.
You do that a lot.
Huh?
You write for hours, only to throw it away.
Oh, yeah. It's just my thoughts. I've never been comfortable leaving them around.
But you still go through the trouble of writing them down?
Just a habit. Weird, I know.
Well, definitely not your weirdest. Anyway, gonna go to sleep. My back's been killing me. You better get some rest too. After all, we've got another productive day tomorrow.
Yeah, sure thing. Besides, you never know. Might be something interesting written in here. Our very own magical adventure. New sisters, huh? They said if I'm bad, I will grow horns. I don't want to grow horns. If I'm bad, they'll give me the purple pill. The other girls got in trouble. Now they are purple all over. I can't sleep. The other girls make sounds at night, but there are worse sounds. Hello? Is anyone there? I'm not afraid.
Children, obey your parents in everything. This pleases the Lord. It's in the Bible, and there are no exceptions when it comes to the Lord's word. Do I make myself clear?
Liana? Did she make you... Were you kneeling the whole time? Salt. It's stuck to your skin. Hey, it's okay. Let me take a look at that. Oh. Okay, don't worry. I've got something for that.
Okay, let's start by cleaning it up.
Ouch!
Yeah, I know it hurts. But once I'm done, it'll hurt a lot less. Promise.
Are you sure? What if it never comes off? What if it's stuck there forever?
Shh. Don't worry. I know it looks bad, but it all goes away after a while. Mom would also have me kneel when I was younger. And look, my knees are fine.
Thanks, Holly. It feels so much better now.
See? Whenever things get too hard, I'll make it all better. I'll fix things. I'll fix everything.
You say that, but you don't really mean it, do you?
Liana?
That's okay. I'm used to it. I'm used to all the silly little things you tell yourself, so you can sleep soundly at night. She's coming home. She's coming very soon. And then we can tell ourselves all the things we want to hear.
What's happening? Who's coming?
Shh. It's okay. It'll all be over very soon.